Hello and welcome to Her Conversations. I'm super excited because today we are going to be talking to Coach Adrian. Welcome. Listen, if this is your first time tuning into Her Conversation is a safe space for women to get together, to talk, to network, and to have that conversation. And you never know where the conversation is going to take you. So I'm excited to have Coach Adrian here today. And she is a personal lifestyle coach for women, doing retreats, and just helping you to get into that place called purpose. So, welcome to
Thank you,
her
Queen. Thank
conversations.
you.
Yeah, so I want to jump right in there because with the economy, a lot of people have lost jobs. People are finding themselves going back to school, finding another skill, learning AI, all the things. And sometimes that can take us away from purpose.
Mm.
So let's talk a little bit about like how do we stay grounded in purpose with everything that's going on, especially for us entrepreneurs, because we want to do everything. It's like a candy shop. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do. Give it to me, all of it. So, talk a little bit about how we can stay grounded.
So one of the things that you mentioned straight off the bat is the more creative you are, the more difficult it is to stay grounded because we have a million things. We have idea after idea after idea after idea, and the problem is we don't finish the first idea and we're already to the sixth idea or the 10th idea or to the 100th idea. And so when you're looking at your purpose, it's very important to know who you are.
Yeah.
What is it that you were created to do? What is it that you do naturally? Because whatever you were created to do, you already got gifts and skills and talents to do it. You don't have to recreate it. You can perfect it, but you don't have to go back and find it
Yeah.
because you already have those things operating. And too often we're going with the next best thing. So I'm creative, right? I'm not going to go out there and try to uh, build a bike because everybody's now building bikes.
Yeah.
And I probably can because I like puzzles,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not my lane,
Yeah.
right? But because right now, when I was doing this, I didn't finish it, so it didn't produce, so I'm gonna jump over here. No, go right back over there to where you were. We keep saying, God, what am I to do? What am I to do? He said, I told you that 10 years ago. You ain't done that yet,
Yeah.
right? You ain't done that yet. Well, I'm gonna give you another instruction.
Yeah.
Because the other instructions are gonna confuse you until you start doing this one,
Right.
right?
Right. So if I am a woman who is trying to find my purpose,
Mhm.
what would be the two things that you would tell me to do?
First of all, begin to do an assessment. What is it that you do well? What comes natural to you? What is it that makes your eyes light up? Jot that down. What is the thing that gives you energy? Or what is the thing that makes you mad? I use the example of a person who was created as a teacher or supposed to teach, called to teach. When they see children who are not learning, oh, it
Yeah.
burns their bridges. Oh, they hate it. They can't, oh, nothing makes them more angry, right? You can begin to find your lane by looking at those extremes. What do you love or what hate you hate? What bothers you that if you could fix it today, you would.
Yeah.
Begin to look in those areas for starters.
Okay. So we look at the things that we like and we look at our gifts and then our talents.
Mhm.
Now, okay, after we discover that, then how do we stay disciplined? Because that discipline is, I mean, success is consistency over, over, and over again. And for some people, that can be boring. It's not exciting enough. There's no flashy lights and tinkling cymbals because I have to do the same repeated actions over and over and over again. So when we talk about purpose, how do we stay disciplined?
It becomes a choice and becomes a mindset,
Mm,
right? Because I can chase all those other things, but they're going to be short-lived. This is going to be for this season, and this is going to be for next season, and this is what we're never building, right?
Yeah.
To build a house, you're starting with the foundation. It don't look pretty in the foundation.
Mm-mm.
You got all the dirt that's just dug up, and there's all that. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing. I'm ready to put in the drapes and hang the chandeliers and put up. You can't put that up till you do the foundation. And so it
Yeah.
becomes a choice that I'm now going to stay grounded. I'm going to put step, I like to use the line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. You have to
Mm-hmm.
determine that I am building something and it's going to take a minute. And I'm just like, if I put a seed in the ground today, it's not going to give me the flower tomorrow. It's not going to give me the apple tree tomorrow. It's going to take some time. But meanwhile, I'm going to keep watering it. I'm going to keep feeding it. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do so that I can give it what it needs to grow.
I love that. And you touched on personal development, which is one of the things that I absolutely cherish. And I really started doing personal development on my journey in my living in Africa for 7 years. Listening to Jim Rohn, listening to Bob Proctor, listening to Les Brown, just all of the greats that resonated with me to really look within. I had to look up and say, Queen, what are you doing in Africa? What are you doing here? Like, what is this mission? And getting back to that why, because I feel like the purpose is attached to the why.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you feel discouraged, when you feel like switching to the next shiny object because what you're working on, you don't have the money, you don't have the staff. I mean, I know that's one of the things that I miss about being in Africa is having my staff. And so I'm
Mm-hmm.
often complaining. I know I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Often complaining, I don't have my staff here. Oh my God. What if da 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 da. Now with AI, I can have agents. But anyway, um, that personal development, if you do it on a daily basis, you're looking within, getting rid of all of the negativity, all of the negative talk, all of the negative thoughts that would come in the way of purpose. Because I see purpose as being aligned with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so if I am aligned with the plan, take it, I have a fitness trainer, and the plan is okay, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you're going to do protein and vegetables. Thursday, you can have a little cheat, and then Friday, you're going to do all vegetables, and Saturday, I might be fasting. So I have to be aligned with the plan. And then when I see a piece of cake, now I got to switch over to the discipline.
Mm-hmm.
So it all works together, and then you've got to deal with your fear. If anxiety come, the missing out syndrome. Because a lot of times when you decide that, as soon as you decide you want to lose weight, that's when everybody in the office is bringing donuts and cake and pie, and it's like, oh, I bought you a coffee with 1,000 pounds of sugar in it today.
Thank
You're
you
like,
so
I'm
much.
not doing sugar for the next 30 days. Get away from me.
Me, Satan.
Yeah. So it's so interesting as we talk about purpose, all the components. It's like one pot. Purpose is the pot, but then you have to put in the why, you have to put in the discipline, you have
Mm-hmm.
to put in your decision making capacity, the
Mm-hmm.
choices that we make. Let's talk about rest, because I feel like women, we are like super women,
Mm-hmm.
especially moms. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're a auntie, you're a godmother, you're working, you're doing all of that, but your rest and your mental health is very, very important. How can we stay in tune with our mental health and getting the proper rest that we need, even while being in purpose?
So you talked about purpose being attached to the plan, right? And you also talked about the mindsets that go with it. That becomes discipline. You have to realize that rest is important. It's essential, not just important,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's rest in the resting that your body is replenished, that your
Yeah.
mind, your creativity is stimulated,
Hmm.
Your cells are rejuvenating, right? Your body is healing itself during the rest, right? And so while you're resting, if you don't rest, then your body breaks down. And all the things that you've planned does not happen because it's your body that has to sustain you in the purpose.
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
So you have to determine that rest is essential. So that means I'm not going to stay up all night and watch all the reruns and all the shows because I know I have to hit the ground running at 5 a.m. because the kids got to be to school at 7 and da 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 and da da da. And I don't stop all day because when after I drop them off, I'm going to work and then I'm coming home, I'm working, feeding them, then I'm working the plant. You got to rest. You just
Yeah.
have to shut it down and say, this is important. This is my daily routine. I have an alarm that comes on my phone at 9 o'clock that says, your shutdown time is in an hour. Begin winding down,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when you hear that, you have to decide that you're going to listen to it because you can
So we
override it, right?
we right back to making great decisions,
Making
making
decisions.
good decisions. Mm-hmm.
You choose. And that's what we don't understand. It's so much when you feel empowered. When you say, I can't, I have to, that drains you because that's like pressure and you don't have the power. But when you say, I choose, you have empowered yourself
Mm-hmm.
because you do have the power. So you make that choice to do what you need to do. You make that choice to rest. You make your choice to build. You make your choice to follow your plan,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
So
when we
when
make
we
the
make the
choice, let's
choice.
talk about daily habits
Hmm.
because I feel like your daily habits are very important as it
Hmm.
pertains to purpose,
Yeah,
and your potential.
right.
So let's dive into habits. What are
Okay.
some habits that we should practice if we are going to be women of purpose or women who walk in purpose?
So you mentioned earlier how the plan goes with the purpose. We're going to mention that again because you're going to write it down.
Mm. So
The
now we're
Bible says,
journaling.
write the vision
Yes.
so that men can read it and run with it.
Mm-hmm.
We have the ideas and they're floating and we know what we want to do. And when we're 16 and we're 22 and 23, we got this. We can remember. But when you get on the other side of that 35 and 40 and 50, you
Mm-hmm.
won't be remembering as readily because
Yeah.
there's so much more going on. You may
Mm-hmm.
not remember what he gave you at 20 unless
Right.
it's written,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you've got to write it down. And then after you write it down, you have to attach some small goals to it. It's all about discipline. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm going to write a book, and I had one of my clients, I said, she's writing a book. I've been writing it for 5 years. Okay, how much do you have? Probably about a half of it. Okay, so for 5 years you have half. How much are you writing daily? Well, I
Mm.
don't really write it daily. That's why you only have half,
Right.
right? Take 5 minutes. Take 10 minutes a day. I guarantee you, if you start writing 10 minutes a day before you blink, before you know it, you'll be writing 20 minutes because you'll
Right.
be in the middle of something and it'll become an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't do it today, and then I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I'm going to do it the next day, or I'm going to do it, it becomes a week, a month, 2 months, a year before you get back to it.
Yeah, and nobody takes you serious unless it's written down. Nobody takes
You
you
can't go to a
serious
bank.
unless
You
unless
can't
it's
go to a
written
bank
down.
unless it's written.
That's right.
They're not going to give you no money
No,
unless it's written. You can't say, I got a good idea. They're like,
no,
that's nice. Come back when it's written.
no.
No.
When it's written, you have your stated income and a list of other things.
You have the plan. You have the progression. You have the goals. You have what it's going to look like in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year.
Hmm.
What you anticipate for income and how you're going to make that income,
Yes,
right? It's just
stated
not, maybe I'll do this, maybe. No, you got it all down there.
all down there. That's
All
right.
down there. And
It's
so,
all
unless
written.
you're going to be disciplined and write it down and set goals and look at the goals and make short lists, they don't have to be major. You don't
Hmm.
have to know the end right now, but
Right.
start writing goals to where you're going,
Yes.
right?
Let me. What would you say to a woman who knows that she has purpose, but she keeps shrinking back?
Why are you shrinking? What is it? Who told you that you weren't enough? Who told you that you weren't worthy? That goes back to your self development. That goes back to your assessment. What is it that you know about you? Because if you knew that you had what it takes to do what you wanted to do, you'd do it. If you knew you had $1 million idea in your hands and you were able to do it, you'd start it. Because
Yeah.
every day you don't, you're losing.
Every day you don't,
Every
you are
day you
losing.
don't, you're losing.
That's
That money
powerful.
that you keep asking for is you. It's like, hey, I'm.
I just said that to somebody the other day. I was in a conversation and I said, "You're leaving money on the table.
Every
You
day.
have all of these speaking engagements. You don't have one digital product. You don't have one book. You have no classes. Like, you are leaving money on the table. Why are you shrinking back from who you are?"
Right.
And so I think for some people, it can be overwhelming. As we look at AI, I mean, I promise you, I know I have been through at least 1,000 AI tools,
Mm-hmm.
but have an inventory of 30,000 AI tools. It's like it's too much.
Right.
So I was talking to someone today, and she's like, I'm writing my cookbook, but I just can't get it right, and I'm using this particular AI tool." And I said, "You're not using an AI tool for book writing.
Mm-hmm.
You're using an AI tool for conversation."
Mm-hmm.
And so when we talk about AI, you need to use the tool that has been designed for what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
Just
purpose.
like we have been designed
All of the tools
for,
have a purpose.
just like we have been designed for a purpose.
Right. I'm not going to Midjourney for research. I'm gonna go to Perplexity for the research.
You. Exactly. We're going to go to Mid Journey for images and videos and 3D images and all that creativity that it gives us. So, absolutely, just like we're talking about these AI tools, I want you to know that each one of us have a purpose.
Yes.
And I don't know what your purpose is. I know my purpose to serve humanity. My
Yeah.
purpose is to encourage, is to uplift, it is
Yeah.
to teach. That is my purpose. So
Yes.
if you are watching and you are in the conversation with us, and maybe, just maybe, you're not quite sure what your purpose is, or you have been shrinking back, we want to have this time to encourage you that you can
Yes.
do it.
You can do it.
Step into it. Step into it with fear, step into it with anxiety, step into it broke, step into it with all the money. Just step into it. And one thing about purpose is step by step.
Yes. Yes.
When you are an entrepreneur, especially a serial entrepreneur, you want the house to be built the day that you buy the bricks. But Rome wasn't built
It's
in a
not.
day. But Rome was built day by day.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
So when we do a little bit day by day, all the pieces
Come together.
come together and it makes the house that we saw or that we wrote down when we started on this journey. So tell the people how they can find you, where they can find you. Um, if you're looking for a life coach, you feel like you're stuck, you want to move more into purpose. I want people to be able to reach out to you and find you. We are going to put the link in the description because over here is where we cheer women. They say that there are not many spaces where women celebrate each other, but in her conversations, it's always a celebration
Celebration.
and a salute to the next woman
That's
who is
right.
doing
That's
her
right.
thing. So tell the
That's
people
right.
how they can reach you.
So I'm on all the platforms. If you do Coach Adrian or Coach Adrian Holloman, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok.
Well,
LinkedIn, I'm everywhere.
there it is. Thank you so much for this conversation. I have immensely enjoyed this
It's been
conversation.
my
I'm going to
pleasure.
put all of her information in the description where you can find her. And also, there is a purpose roadmap, the
That's
blueprint
right.
to
That's
purpose.
right.
If you are shrinking back, you want to know what your purpose is, then you can go ahead and download that guide, and that is going to help you with
Yes.
your purpose.
Yeah.
Again, Miss Coach Adrian, I want to thank you for coming to her conversation.
Thank you for
I
inviting me.
wish you all the best. Keep helping people, keep digging them out, keep helping them with the
Yes,
blueprint
ma'am.
of their life. And she has even helped me, honey child. So you already know. Get in touch with her. If you need a coach, she is available. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Be blessed.
All right. Bye bye.